put, I put the little, I could have. I'm finna tell this story. Let me tell this little quick story about all these books, and then we gonna make it make sense. My first book, man, Loud, A Strong Story. This is the first book I ever published. It's not the first book I ever wrote. I done wrote a whole bunch of books. Some of them got lost. Some of them I can't find. A couple of them I still have and have yet to sit down and transfer the handwritten 1,000 pages into a computer form so I could publish. This the first one I typed out, and it tells the story about the second time I went to prison. My second book, 142 Thoughts of a Convicted Felon, ain't nothing but poetry and spoken word. I'm talking about my mother loved poetry and spoken word so much that I used to write her poetry and send it to her. That's where this book even come from. I wrote her this book of poetry, and when I came home from prison, the second time she gave it back to me and told me to publish it. So I followed the instructions and I published it. All these poems in here I wrote to my mother. They wasn't to no in particular person. I just wrote poems for my mother. She liked that. My third book, Solitary Confinement, My Walls Are Talking. Now this a whole different type of time, and nobody that comes in contact with it even know it, because the cover to the book is a picture of me sitting inside of the cell I wrote the book in behind the old walls. I went and revisited the prison that I was in to get photos for the book cover because I wanted it to be authentic. These came from solitary confinement. I was in MSP, JCCC, wherever you want to call it, behind the walls, the bloodiest 48 acres or 44 acres, you can Google it. I was there, and the hole was under the prison. So when people tell me that you can get put under the jail, I be like, I know, man. I spent 6-8 months down there. It was crazy. It was crazy. I stopped writing after that because my mama passed, and then it hit me because I talked to my cousin, and my cousin said, bro, you need to write a book and send it to us, man. We need some of that. We need some of that Donald Goins. You know what I'm saying? We need some of that. We need that type of, you live that type of lifestyle. We need them type of books. You need to be writing them type of books for us in prison. You know, we'll buy all your books. So I got the thought for December. I ain't gonna blatantly show you the cover because I don't want them to flag my video. But I wrote December, and December is literally about the month of December before I moved away from the city of St. Louis to get into a monogamous relationship. It's a whole bunch of lewd and inappropriate things that I did. Don't judge me, I'm like that for real. Right? But I did that. Right? All of it. To all of them. And they did it to me. It all happened. True story. And the craziest part about this book was I fact checked each chapter with each person that was involved before I published the book, because me and all the women involved are still in good standings in life. They not mad at me. The next book I put out was, I told you my cousin said that they wanted Donald Goins. They wanted Pimp Chronicles. They wanted, what is the other one? It's Donald Goins, Iceberg Slim, Sister Soldier. They wanted them type of books. So I started the series SOML, Stories of My Life. Right? I started out with Sasha. I bought Sasha a bed to hit that. Right? You just gotta read it and find out what happened. I literally had a bed delivered to this lady's house, because when you gotta wait on it, I'm talking about you gotta put a show on. Right? I doubled back with Brielle, something from my street days, and something just completely savage that I did. I should not have been having sex with that man, ex-girlfriend, after he went to jail. But it happened. It's a series. It's 3 of them. It's supposed to be 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. As soon as I get myself together, I'm going to come back and get back to putting out these stories. I got hundreds of them. Layla, Toya, and Jasmine, if you heard the first part of this, I was talking about me coming home from prison. That's where I came home from prison to. And this is a story about what happened with that relationship, how that relationship kind of ended. I came back, told you I wrote a lot of books before I published my first one. I wrote a few of them, and this is one of them. The Greed to Get You Every Time. And the only reason I published this book is because it was a bet. I literally had a bet with a friend of mine that I couldn't write an extremely interesting story in a day. I couldn't write a book in a day, and we was on lockdown, and we was betting a meal, and I didn't have nothing to do. I am sitting in prison. We on lockdown, 23-1. Somebody even got stabbed. We ain't going nowhere. We pop out for a few minutes at a time. He bet me a meal that I couldn't write a book in a day. And this the book I came up with. And I wrote it in a day. And he cooked that meal. And I got my cut. The only reason I published the book is because I wanted to give him a copy of it. It's welcome to everybody else, to the world. I put it out there for y'all to enjoy it too, but I literally just wanted a copy to give to him when I seen him, because now he out of prison too and enjoying his life, right? The next one I came up with was the Girlfriend Questionnaire. The Girlfriend Questionnaire. Like things that my last relationship taught me that I didn't ask enough questions before I got into that relationship. I could have found out so many interesting things about that lady and how she acted and what she was going to do in any given situation and what situations that she have been through, so I know the trauma and the insecurities that come with those situations. If I would have been more on point with dealing with her, I wouldn't have never dealt with her. And in retaliation to that, I wrote the Girlfriend Questionnaire. It's actually at the end of this book, but I start talking about it before I published this book, so I had to publish it before somebody tried to steal it and say they came up with it. You know how people is in the world, right? You know they'll try to steal your idea and swear that they came up with it. Like you didn't put all that hard work and energy into the idea just to let them hear it, so they can try to put their spin and twist and remix on it and then put it out like you didn't come up with it. Nah, when I come up with something, I put it out. That's why I have so many projects, cause I'm not gonna let you steal my idea and then try to profit off of it when you got it from me. I'm gonna tell you about it after I already did it. That way, you can't steal it. You gotta, however you figure out how to use it, but you can't say you came up with it, cause I had mine first. Book number 10, right? The Diary of a Broken Heart. This about my last relationship. This all the nonsense I went through dealing with that lady. Right, yep. All the nonsense I went through dealing with that lady and her insecurities and my openness. I went into a relationship at this point in my life I'm talking about, to the point where I was the good guy. I wasn't cheating my whole relationship public, though you never see her. I wasn't cheating. I wasn't doing nothing I wasn't supposed to be doing. I was doing all of the right things and trying to be the best little person that I could be, and that still wasn't enough. That teach you that you could be everything that somebody wants you to be, and it still not be enough. But that's per person. 10 down, man. It's the last one, right? This Boytober. This is my last year trying to be a rapper. Well, not really trying to be a rapper, but recording rap music. I got too much going on in my real, regular, everyday life to be trying to be a rapper. I know y'all don't want to see it, and I'm tired of doing it. All right? So, I am going to be concentrating on turning this little fella right here, my little grumpy old man, and my mama, who's somewhere running around here, into the movie stars that they supposed to be. Right? But with this being the last one, I want to make sure that they understood every word that was coming out of my mouth. So with all of the rap verses that come with Boytoba, the lyrics to every last one of them in this book. Every last one of them to make it easy for you to follow along. There's so many people in the world that don't listen to rap music, but they jam with me. And I want to make it easy for them to understand where I'm coming from, whether they listen to rap music or not. Rap ain't nothing but poetry with some music behind it. So I'm giving you the poetry right here the last time. And hopefully, I think I said everything that I needed to say. So I don't never have to do it again. 11. And it's not it. It's some more coming just because. It's some more coming just because I'm trying to be somebody in life, and I have people that want to hear me and want to read me and want to know the stories behind my real, regular, everyday life. And I want to give it to them. Now I have this one and the princess, so those stories is going to be amazing.